And we're live. Welcome to the Zach Yak Pack on the Jaggers Juxpalooza. I'm your host, Zach. With us, we have our co-host.
Zach, there
Don't be
was a really
afraid.
weird noise. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, I hear it too. Don't be afraid to use that hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us on the Facebook at the Jaggers Juxpalooza. You can follow me on the Instagram at MPJags, and you can follow the other Zach at.
We have our official merchandise at cafepress.com/JaggersJuxtaPalooza. Anything and everything you can think of: hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, coffee mugs, all sorts of stuff. We also would like for you guys to go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so that way you know when we go live. And that was in no way, shape, or form any type of a good particular order.
Do you even know what you're doing?
No, but I mean, it's kind of just winging it anyhow.
Right. Well, this episode's been labeled, episode 36. Yeah, we've hit 36 episodes, kind of. And at the same time, World War what?
We'll see what we have as far as a world war goes. I don't think it'll necessarily turn into that. I hope not.
Yeah, but if I installed that many cameras unwantedly at my house, there'd be a World War at my house too.
Oh no, there's no world war over that stuff. I actually had agreement about putting cameras in, but I do have cameras around the property now where I can see everything in front of my house and everything behind my house. Sides, whatever.
Whatever is in like you don't.
No,
Man,
I don't
and
have anything on the
to
sides.
the people, the internet, he's got the greatest security system in the world. Can see everything everywhere.
They, I'm really impressed with how wide of an angle these cameras have because they literally are catching from one end to the other end.
Oh yeah, I told you. Like I'm not gonna say, yeah, like I said, I don't make any money off of it. I just really like the equipment. And you were leery about
And
it.
extremely simple to install. Realistically, the first one I was being very cautious with because it's like, okay, this is almost too simple.
Yeah,
And the second one, I was like, okay, this is how it goes. Bang, done.
you hook up two wires. That's it, and a ground.
Yeah, yeah. And then initially setting up an account with them was a little bit, eh, but
But that's just
I,
because you don't like setting up accounts. Proven by the fact that you don't have a social media account.
after that was all done, though, actually getting everything to link up after you get the first one linked up, any additional one that you add in, very
Yeah,
quick.
but yeah. So, and I know you didn't want to listen to me to begin with. Like you're like, well, I'm doing my research. It's like, dude, security used to be my bread and butter. Like that was my occupation. Um, and I found this one to be like beyond the best one that I've looked at. And tell me I'm wrong.
You know, you're really not wrong. Definitely go with the certified refurbished. Save yourself a couple pennies. Um, well, it's more than a couple pennies, but anyhow, you do the certified refurbish. It has the exact same warranty as brand new. There's no reason to pay the extra $100 for brand new. None.
I've got brand new on the back. Back of my
What's
house is
that?
brand new, but the back of my house is brand new. Like that
Yeah,
one's got a brand new one.
yeah, but I mean, like literally, you can get the certified refurbished stuff now, and basically, it's been completely taken apart, completely put back together, and made sure that it is the same quality as new.
The last time I bought a certified refurbished was the TV that's in my bedroom, and there's a perfect pixel line straight across from one side of the screen to the other.
But that's not a Ring TV, is it?
It's not a what?
Ring TV.
No, no. I bought it on Amazon though.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, and the doorbell. That's what I'm about to be having here shortly.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I'm not necessarily going to mess with the doorbell because I already have the camera that's viewing that area. So why bother with the doorbell? But I might actually look into trying to get maybe two more cameras. We'll see.
Like I said, it's well worth it. You questioned
Yep.
me to begin with. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest to your viewer. You highly
I
questioned me.
was questioned quite a few different things on it until I actually made the purchase. And then now that they're installed, I'm kind of like, okay, this is easy. This is sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can bring up that feed on your television in your living room.
Oh, I can bring up the feed on any device.
No.
Realistically.
With your Alexa device, you literally talk to the stick in the back of your TV. And you can bring it up on the television that way. It's only live feed, but it's still feed.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I really like it. You can set it to where, to basically snooze the alerts so that way it's not going off in the middle of the night on you and stuff when you're trying to sleep, and be able to go back and look at everything the next day.
Yeah. Well, like I said, and like that's where I bring up the comment. I'm literally curious here on your potential change here of not trusting me.
Hey, they work. I'm going to say it. I mean, it's pretty nice. They're pretty slick how they work.
Yeah. There's
Plus, I
a few
with the
quirks
ones that
that are
have
a little
floodlights in them.
Yeah.
So it's not like completely stealthy or anything like that. It's literally one of those. If it picks up on something, it turns the light on you. So it's pretty neat.
But during the day, it doesn't.
No, during the day, it does not turn on the light, which is fine.
Right. Which is no different than what a regular floodlight would do.
Yeah.
Except it has a camera.
Now, I will say the only thing that really sucked as far as installing for me in particular was the front where I was replacing the actual light that was there. It had a dusk to dawn sensor on it already. So I couldn't verify that the circuit was killed until after it got dark enough out there, and going to the breaker box and making sure I actually got my breaker box is a mess, honestly.
Well, you
whoever labeled it sucked.
You technically could have.
Well, I mean, I do have one of those little detector sticks at the same time, but it was one of those when it's turned on, it's still got juice. So I waited until it actually started to get dark and turned on, and I'm flipping the breakers off one at a time, figuring out which one it was that controlled it.
Well, what I was gonna say was you could have just put your thumb over the sensor.
No, actually, it did. I tried that; it didn't work.
Huh?
I tried covering it up; it didn't. No, didn't help.
Could have just turned off your main.
Huh?
Could have just turned off the main to the whole house and been done with it.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
Why? You might inconvenience other people.
I kind of did anyhow, because one of the breakers that I flipped thinking that it was on that circuit. Nope, I was wrong.
Nice.
Yeah, it happens.
So I guess a couple questions here. Have you had people inquire to you about the whole ordeal in Ukraine?
A little bit, not as much as you would think. What's happening over there, I'm not trying to downplay it or anything like that, but I think we got bigger problems with China.
Here's my thing. It's not a NATO country.
No, they're not a NATO country, but at the same time, do we really want Russia pushing that way? No, but I think we need to pay more attention to China overall. I really do. I think maybe in a roundabout kind of way, this is just the distraction that's going to be needed for China.
Yeah, they got the Olympics going on right now.
They got the Olympics going on right now, but with what all they actually do truly have control of, if they really wanted to, they could go ahead and make life very difficult for not just our country, but everybody around the world.
Didn't they do that 2 years ago? Anyways, no. Really? I get
Yeah,
such a delayed chuckle on that one.
it's still ongoing. That hasn't gone away yet.
But no, my thing is like my answer
Some
to
of their
people was,
diseases.
you try just looking at the concept of like the USSR. Like I'm not too worried about it. We're not deploying troops there.
Yeah.
Now, what happens after Ukraine would involve worrying about troop deployment.
Well, it's hard to say whether a troop deployment will come out of it or not. It really is, because we have so many troops in those countries right around there that, and honestly, I don't have a clue. Maybe we're plussing up in those areas. We might be. It would make sense that we would be. Who knows?
Like I said, my thing being is we don't have troops in the Ukraine, and we're not going to have troops in the Ukraine.
Well, we're not directly in Ukraine yet. I'm going to put it like that. And the reason being is because of how many we have in Poland and multiple other places there.
Right. I just don't think that we'll end up in Ukraine. No, I don't.
That was weird.
I'm not seeing it. What?
The hell is going on upstairs?
When did you buy your kids a drum set?
Yeah, that's their feet.
One of us is freezing.
Might as well buy them a drum set. Shit. Dog barking. He's all.
Anyways. Yeah, one of us is freezing.
This keeps glitching both ways.
Is it?
I don't know, but it's like
I'm working on finding out. Go through our
It's been giving me the weight screen on both of us at times. Maybe we hit a topic that nobody wants us to talk about.
I'm keep going. I'm listening to my producer.
It just did it again.
It's specifically him. Apparently, it's specifically just you.
It might be on my end. I don't know.
Maybe you need to put an extender in your basement.
I got full signal here.
Maybe you need to kick the kids off the internet.
At least that's what it's showing me. Huh?
Maybe you need to kick the kids off the internet. Oh, you got those cameras on now that are constantly doing their thing.
It's literally showing me I got full signal, though.
Your internet's not fast enough to handle your cameras. Take the internet back.
What is going on with my internet?
That's what I'm saying.
It's saying I got full speed here. Unusual, that's for sure. Oh well.
That bad.
Maybe it'll stop.
Anyways.
Don't know. I mean,
like I said, maybe you need to take your maybe you need to take your internet back because it can't support your cameras.
I doubt that with the speed that has.
I'll be honest. I'm getting sick of like my between my internet speed and my phone reception. But my phone reception's been like garbage lately.
What?
Said my phone reception's been garbage lately.
Technical difficulties.
On your part?
I don't know what it is. It was just glitching on your side there.
Is it glitching on him or me? The whole thing?
Which side is it going
Talking
on?
right now, but it's a 10-second delay. She says talk.
Okay. These kids running around upstairs are really starting to irritate me. Running back and forth down the hallway like crazy.
So we just can't hear each other. Okay, apparently it's just us having problems with each other, and we're being heard fine on the other end.
Okay.
Needless to say, my point being, my phone reception has been pissing me off lately in general.
Oh.
Like I should, when I sit at home, I should not have one bar.
I wonder if it has to do with them switching over to the new 5G stuff.
I guarantee it's got something to do with that crap. We all need
Shut
5G.
Yeah, as they implement the 5G, shutting off the 4G in certain areas or whatever.
Well, that's why the Qualcomms all got replaced. The Omnitracks and whatnot is because they couldn't handle it. They were all still running 3G.
So 3G being taken down and having to be updated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something to be said for older technology at times.
Well, I mean, remember back in the day, we used to be able to stream no problem.
Yeah.
But it was always grainy, crappy footage.
So what if we look like we're in a video game?
No, I'm talking like back when we had Yahoo Messenger to talk to people.
Yeah. Or AOL IM.
Yeah, I mean, it's just yeah. Those days were just garbage. Now we can use Facebook to call people.
Yeah.
I tried logging onto my MySpace and it doesn't let me make phone calls. So, in fact, my MySpace doesn't let me log on at all.
I never even set up MySpace. I don't think. I don't remember ever having one. I
remember because Tom was my friend. Then again, Tom was everybody's friend.
Yeah. Did you see, not to beat a dead horse on things with this topic or whatever, but because it's been in the news for however long, you see another suspect in the Epstein case was found hung in their cell in France.
Yeah, and what got me was the cameras didn't work.
Yeah,
cameras were mysteriously not working.
Yeah, I just figured I'd point that out. You know, the irony of another person in that case being hung.
Well, obviously he wasn't paying his insurance bill.
Oh my! Crazy.
But I mean, what can you do? True and honest shot for the pressure.
He didn't have his Batacath care.
Took you long enough to notice that. You don't pay any attention to this ticker whatsoever.
Sometimes I do.
But yeah, needless to say, and as you were saying last week, the IRS is moving pretty rapidly on their tax thing. For
Yeah, they
being this
are.
behind, for being over doubly behind. But it's getting ridiculous. Oh, my wife and I are working on getting a new lizard tank, right? That way it'll blend with the furniture. We're gonna replace the one tank. Actually, for the living room, it's gonna get replaced, and then the other tank, um, the glass tank we got here will end up in my daughter's room. But we're gonna get two tanks out here. We're gonna get a gargoyle lizard. Gargoyle,
Gargoyles.
yeah, gargoyle chameleon or gecko. Yeah, gargoyle gecko.
Huh.
Yeah. So we're getting that, but the thing being, as we were looking at prices of lizards, we literally found a $25,000 lizard.
What? What?
Yeah, $25,000.
How bad would that be if you got it and then it died the next day? I mean, that'd be horrible.
Be a nice investment.
Investment into what, though?
Shoes. Yeah, yeah. But I shit you not, $25,000.
I got better things to spend 25 grand on.
Like what?
Anything around the house. First off, anything.
So you,
around
so what
the
you're saying
house.
is you don't approve of the concept that we got the loan to cover the $25,000 lizard?
That's on you, bro.
I'm not buying a $25,000 lizard. Are you kidding me?
That's on you, bro.
Do I look like Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ask. Yes.
That lizard cost like more than my wife's car.
Oh. So that's what you're using for collateral on the loan?
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, what we did was we decided that we'd take your paycheck and we'd invest it wisely for you. So I figure if I get a $25,000 lizard and I breed it, it's gotta, its baby's gotta be worth that kind of money too.
Huh.
So we're just trying to, help invest your money for you wisely.
$25,000. What the hell does this thing even look like?
It's on its way to you right now. It's being sent to you right now.
I'll look it up on here. What type of lizard costs $25,000?
It's been delivered to you now.
What is so special about this thing?
Bring it up.
I'm trying to find it.
That's why I just got sent to you.
Yeah, a picture. A picture of it is what came through. What type of lizard is that?
He said, "What type is it?" It's a crested gecko.
Do, 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 do.
Needless to say, I also got to finish getting stuff around for putting a deep freeze where it needs to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some of the stuff out of the way, but I got a bunch of crap in the way still.
What the hell is going on upstairs?
Do what?
Yelling.
Yeah, I don't hear it. You're fine.
So they got other crested geckos here, the Dalmatian ones that are like 650.
$25,000. That fucking red gecko. 25,000. I mean, I guess if I worked at a zoo. It's okay. You want fun? My wife's supposed to be working on picking paint for the living room.
Oh. You have fun with that.
Well, we've got the white walls, so they get dirty quick. They're selling walls. It's selling paint, you know.
Yeah.
And being here almost 2 years now, it's time to start painting walls before I turn into my parents. 4 years in a house and freaking they haven't done anything.
Oh, we'll see what all I get into this year. I don't know what I feel ambitious about.
An office. I think you feel ambitious about an office. Especially since you can't respond right now.
I can respond. Oh,
did somebody get caught on camera? The kids are screwing around in the backyard, got in trouble. Is that what the yelling is?
No.
Have they already tried avoiding the cameras?
No, they haven't tried avoiding that yet.
Do they even realize they're there?
Yeah.
Or do they just think you did floodlights?
Because I waited for the kids to go by it earlier and I hit the siren button.
Did they jump?
Yeah, Parker jumped and then Joe came over here briefly and I hit the siren button on him too.
So what you need to do, you need to get one of those Wi-Fi deadbolts for your back door. Back door of the garage.
I should.
That way when people come over, you can be like, oh, hey, it's unlocked now.
Yeah, come on in.
I want to get one for my my front door. My wife misses when we had our keypad. Because you didn't have to fumble for keys. But I had one that wasn't set up for outdoors very well. The screen door was kind of garbage, and it was a house trailer.
Yeah.
So I think what I'll do here, I'd have to take the weather strip down because it overseals the door, which is why you have to literally drop kick my door open just to unsecure the deadbolt. But yeah, so if I do that, I was thinking either like RFID ones or something where she just has to like scan it, but I could thumbprint it for
her. I've thought about doing that, getting the one that has the keypad and the fingerprint scanner too. Yeah. I've thought about it. That's about as far as that whole idea.
Is thinking about it.
Yeah.
I've had keypad before, but it lasted what that thing last? Only 2 years, didn't it? Not even. Yeah, the keypad itself stopped working. It's like, well, what was the fucking point of you? Like it wouldn't control the deadbolt, but I think it had a plastic gear in it that broke.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising though. They don't build anything like they used to.
Well, I was trying to see if I liked it, so I only paid got the $50 one. And from everything I've been told, don't buy like your $20, $25, $50 deadbolt.
No. No, not for the powered ones like that.
Yeah.
The one I was looking at, the model I was looking at, I remember the price. Don't ask me which model it was. It was like $190.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those like I'm debating doing that.
And that's like mid range, apparently. That's not even like high end. That's like mid range.
Right. So I mean, what are you gonna do when now that you got the ability to monitor your doors?
Yell at people all day. I'll have more entertainment that way, being able to yell back.
Yeah. What about your? I mean, are you gonna do more floodlight cameras or just the cameras?
Uh, just the cameras. Floodlight cameras, that's all I need is those two.
I thought about getting one of those, like, because I got the TV antenna. I thought about getting one of those weather reporting things, hang up on top of the TV
I'll
antenna.
put like a little bitty weather station on top.
Yeah. That way my wife's able to better monitor the weather. She actually, I don't know if she enjoys, but she watches weather way closer than I ever did. And I grew up watching like the weather's on, don't talk.
Yeah.
Stands on, don't talk. It's like, okay, Jesus.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. You talk any other time, but when the weather came on, that was dead silence, and that also included when it came on the Weather Channel. On the tens.
Yeah, every 8 or whatever.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
8, yeah.
But yeah. So. But anyways, yeah. So I debated that, but I know I've got to get one more floodlight. But I've debated if I did it right and I put the right spotted floodlight up top of that tower and aimed it across my house at the bitch neighbor.
That would be awesome.
And put it on like a motion sensor. And then whenever they say anything, I just go, well, anytime an American eagle flies by, my light comes on. What do you have against America?
I could see you having even more fun than that.
How about the fact this lady had a freaking sign on her door for about last week that said, "Smile, you're on camera." And now it's gone. The sign's gone now. Am I no longer on camera?
I don't know. I'm going to yell at a kid. I'm going to yell at a kid through my camera right now.
Oh?
Yes, just because I can.
Why is the kid outside? It's dark out.
Going across the yard.
It's past their bedtime.
Hurry up.
They're not happy with this camera system, are they?
Apparently not. He took off running.
I'm coming back home?
No, going across.
See, and I don't know if you saw like putting in the zones and whatnot on how you can actually like grid out where it watches.
Yeah, you can actually grid it out, and I've already set up. The front is just the standard. The outback, I did shrink it up just a little bit.
Well, the front you want to drag it out so that it doesn't, like, every time a car goes down the road, it doesn't set it off.
No, but the angle that it's setting at, it's not actually, you can just barely see the road, and where it's motion detecting is just before the road.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the top edge, you can see the road, but the motion detection zone is just right at the edge of the asphalt, pretty much.
So you definitely need more, at least one more out front.
I don't know. I mean, I got a pretty good view of the entire front there. I'm definitely going to get rid of the cherry tree out front, though, this year. One, it's grown to the point where now it's actually starting to go underneath the asphalt.
Right.
and I noticed one little crack in the asphalt from a root, like right in line with a root. So I want to get rid of it for that reason mainly. But at the same time, it halfway blocks the camera view.
Yeah, you'll have to send me a screenshot later. I can see what you're talking about, but yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that's one of those. We got to get a couple more cameras. I figure, I'm gonna put one in the tree so that the squirrels can help me watch my kids' windows to make sure they're not sneaking out in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Could still go ahead and make that little alarm type thing for their windows too, with a 9-volt battery. You remember the old electric sets that we used to play with as kids, like setting things up, making some. Just rig something like that on their windows.
Oh, come on, do one better. I'm just gonna plant thorn bushes right outside it. That way, some little boy thinks they need to come over. Don't worry, you got to come through the front door where I'm sitting here cleaning my guns.
Exactly. But if you're in the middle of cleaning them, they're useless. So, you got to keep one of them assembled.
I've got a nail.
You like my train of thought on that one, don't you?
Well, yeah, but I like my answer.
Oh.
The other thing is, I mean, there's all sorts of fun that can be had. I've always been leery about the concept of I'm gonna sit here and clean my gun in front of their kid as they come in. I don't know that really works. It never worked for me.
For me, it was one of those like, okay, you got a shotgun, cool. Just duck down lower in the driver's seat, leave him.
I walked in and I'm like, the guns like I hear. So you gotta ask Dad, why is a gun out? Oh, and I'm like, oh shit. You mean it's not supposed to be sitting right there? It looked like a good spot to me. Next to his chair, leaned up in the back corner of the freaking, of the room, and the perfect light to me. It was like perfect light in case somebody came through your front door or your back door. Like it was the perfect seat in the house for if somebody came through. Like it made perfect sense to me. That's where your gun would be, and the shotgun shell sitting on the table. It just seemed like a concept to me that made sense.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then also
they were
at the
in the
same
box.
time,
It's not like they were loose rounds all over the place. It was just a box of shotgun shells. I didn't even notice. Like my brain didn't even register, and it's like, oh, I thought it belonged there.
I was at a friend's place the one time. This guy's dad, he was awesome. Anyhow, his sister had a date, and his sister's boyfriend showed up, and their dad is sitting there in the living room, and he and I are out in the dining room, and he has a shotgun shell in his hands. He throws it at the kid. Says it moves a whole lot faster after 10 o'clock.
Right.
That one there, I was just like, damn, that's cold. Luckily, it wasn't me having a shotgun shell thrown at me,
Right. But no, I mean, like, I wasn't phased by it, so I have to assume none of these kids are going to be phased by guns either.
They might be nowadays. It might wind up being a red flag thing. You never know.
Right. Well, I figure it's easier if I just, if the kids grow up knowing that, dad's a crazy veteran. That's probably my better goal.
Oh yeah.
We were watching Young Sheldon, right? And I'm not gonna ruin anything here, right? Just in case, because it's randomly in the middle of the show. But the one kid comes up to the door and or the one guy, I mean, comes up to the door. It's somebody else's stepdad or whatever, right? It doesn't matter, right? But the dad's standing there and comes up and he's like, "Do you want to go with him?" And she's like, "No." He goes, yeah, no, sir, being respectful, but she's like, no, and he's like, oh, looks like she's not going with you. And he's like, oh, you really want to do this? And then next thing you know, it's like honey, you need to call the police. And she's like, why? He goes, because there's some bum passed out on our porch. And he's like wringing his hand like he's walking to go wash his hands, like rubbing on his fist. And I'm like, I'm not surprised. The dude was a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah,
Like when you listen
exactly.
to it, the dad in Young Sheldon was a Vietnam veteran. I'm like, yeah, I don't care if he was a fucking mechanic, a cook, whatever, in Dom. Like their basic training, those guys didn't fuck around.
no, not at all.
So I'm like, you got your shit clear. You got your clock cleaned.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those, like, I mean, wouldn't it, isn't it a nice thing to think that, our kids might wind up being the smart enough type to be able to say, before their date comes over to pick them up or whatever, hopefully my dad remembered his medication today.
Right.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, it's that's why I made sure like the kids come through the front door. They even go anywhere in the house, they have to see my army stuff. First, they have to walk by. You've been in our house. We've got our nice little house altar
Yeah.
there or whatever. So they're walking by the by a crucifix, and there's a family Bible. They get all the chance to get right with God before they come to where I'm at on that wall. Right? They get right with God as they come to and go, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I actually, this is something I really should do, but I honestly want to put together, I really do. And I should do it, a shadow box. I really should.
I've got one, but I think I tried showing Parker, right, my shadow box, but it fell off the wall and doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's
Look,
what
your
I'd like.
kid is way more thrilled about that stuff than mine is. If that makes you feel any better, mine's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like,
Well, mine 100% grew up like with me gone because of it. Like wasn't around people, but that was like the just natural life at the time too.
yeah,
Like
this,
no interest in it because okay, good for you. You got things.
like the person here that stopped by this week, it was somebody that I went to high school with that lives in this area. Their kid also does sports or whatever. We bought something fundraiser there because they buy off of us and that type thing.
Right.
They never realized, like, what all they knew. I went in the army and stuff. And
Well,
anyhow,
pause your story. You're buying for fundraisers. I've got they're hosting it at our veteran center. It's for my daughter's school, and it's 2 meals, no children, $100.
huh?
Yeah. Don't worry, it's in like freaking April, so you're good to come. Or
We'll
you
get
can
it
just buy,
figured
or
out.
you can just buy, or you can just buy the dinner and don't worry about even showing up. It's fine. There's a raffle. I mean, if you, I don't know if you have to be present to win it or not, but
Yeah, we could talk about that then. Um, but anyhow, these sandwiches or whatever. Well, while they were here briefly or whatever, I was like, hold on a second, because we got talking about different things in high school and then, how life's gone, blah, blah, blah. I actually pulled out my old Class A's from Knox. I haven't done anything to them since Knox and pulled them out and was like, here. They're like, how much stuff did you do in the Army or whatever? And I just pulled out that uniform, like, here, you can look for yourself if you want. Because,
right.
I mean, they've been around military stuff themselves and everything, so they kind of looked like, oh, okay, this isn't even all of it. This doesn't include any of the stuff from my reserve time.
Right.
So, it's one of those things that some people that actually do know that type of stuff, they're like, wow, okay, I ought to put one together. I really should.
Yeah.
If for
I mean,
nothing else, just a good talking point whenever anybody stops in.
right. Or just to literally give your kids something to have to deal with when you're gone. my goal. That's why I'm working on reacquiring every uniform I had when I was in the Army. Just literally so my kids have to figure out what to do with it.
Need any ACU?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got plenty of ACU pattern crap too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't have much of anything anymore. I ended up losing an entire storage unit.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of stuff in there, and they wouldn't even let me know what church it was just so I could like get a hold of them, because it's like, hey, I literally have the money right now. Like the issue here wasn't really the issue that it was played up to be, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those um bigger issue things than what it should have been, and the people just, yeah, I was like, just let me know so I can contact them. That no, I can't do that. It's like, because you didn't actually fucking follow the law and you know it.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It is what it is, though.
So, what projects are you anticipating having this year for around your house or whatever?
Oh fuck, half the project can't get done because of the funding. I need to get a shed, but I don't think that's gonna happen this year. Um,
The fence
I
is
don't
going to
know.
happen this year, but the air conditioner is still not going to happen yet. The
Yeah, I
central
mean,
AC.
I that's not happening for me this year. I've got to rip out the last of the fences there. Good chunk of it. Yeah, I mean, we've invested in like my daughter's education, so a good chunk of like anything we got back from the federal government, we're just recycling back into to a school for her,
Yeah.
and then we're getting a
Yeah,
lizard,
exactly.
but it ain't gonna be no $25,000 lizard.
It's going to be the $50,000 lizard.
Uh, it's gonna cost me less than a Tesla. Let's go with that.
Depends on the model that you're talking there. So, you're going to get a Komodo dragon.
My wife won't let me get a Komodo dragon. She said nothing with a forked tongue.
So, you're going to get an Afghanistan dragon.
No, I mean, if I could, I would. But we've got one lizard that we were looking at that is native to Afghanistan.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's a
See it
leopard
tail whip
gecko.
the glass and crack it.
Right. Well, that's the leopard gecko that we're looking to get.
Leopard gecko.
Yeah.
I want to see what that looks like.
They stay small like a leopard, but a gecko.
Oh, they look kind of cool. They
Right.
really do.
So I mean, yeah, that's what we're looking at this year. Most of it's going
They look like
to different
you could
things.
actually wind up with one that looks like a little Gila monster.
Yeah. But yeah, brake booster on the pickup truck.
Yeah, that might be important.
Yeah, so getting that, I mean, there's just it's lots of more little things. Paying for half a cow that we'll get in the fall.
Yeah, considering the prices of everything in the grocery stores, it's really not a bad idea to go ahead and do that, getting the half a cow at all. It's really
No,
not.
like I said, everything we're doing,
Especially from local sources and all.
everything we're doing is an investment. The lizard we're looking at getting is lives 15 to 20 years.
Jesus.
So I mean, literally, like it's an investment.
You're gonna be like 50 something when the thing croaks.
Or we could breed it.
So you're looking at getting a pair of them.
Not at this time, but I mean, it's a potential concept. Mm, But yeah, so um, yeah, if I could get away with it, I would start a reptile shop here, but it would literally only be lizards. I wouldn't deal with any snakes, and I would not touch that. Did you know there's literally? Okay, if I told you I wanted to buy a legless lizard, what would you think?
You might as well just buy a snake.
Right, but there's actually a thing called a legless lizard, and I'm like, it's a fucking snake.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It looks like a snake. Like if somebody told me, "Oh, I'm getting a legless lizard," I'd be like, "You're buying a snake?" Like I literally would not have thought that there's a thing called a legless lizard.
Yep.
But yeah, so I
The
mean, if
biggest
we
difference
could,
is no forked tongue.
right? But there's lizards with forked tongues, so
Yeah.
are the
So
lizards with forked tongues like legged snakes?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, I don't think a Komodo
So
dragon
now
counts as a snake.
consider this whole lizard topic thing, okay? Pretty much every lizard that does not have a forked tongue is on the table as far as what can be bought. What's the deal with the forked tongue thing?
It reminds you too much of a snake. It's a fair reason.
I guess.
Yeah. Oh, they also have they've got some lizards that have the same eye shape or eye style that frogs do too. It's literally called like a frog-eyed lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, frog-eyed gecko or something like that. Frog-eyed chameleon. I don't know. I'm no zoologist.
You will be. You keep it up, you will be.
No. I might be a lizardologist though.
Is there another bird in the future?
Um, if I have my way, no.
Yeah,
If
there's another bird in the future.
if the 5-year-old has her way, then yes. But I kind of made a swap. How about we get a lizard for your room so we don't have to get another?
Yeah.
Right. And I got told, okay. So she's gonna get
Well,
a
there you
leopard
go.
gecko in her room.
Or a crested gecko.
Yeah, we looked at crested geckos. I can't remember the exact reason we decided not to get one. That's because their tails won't regenerate if they do come off. That's what she said. Her reason is. They're cool. There's not much difference between a crested gecko and a leopard gecko
No.
or gargoyle. Gargoyle. The tail thing's the big thing. Like on difference between them. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, also that red crested gecko. That's what you should get.
yeah, with your paycheck. No, he said he's gonna buy you the $25,000 lizard.
No. No, no, no. No, no, no. No.
Yeah,
No.
because he's gonna have to do it with his life insurance when Danielle murders him for buying a $25,000 lizard.
It would pay off the load for the thing.
But
Wrong
yeah,
way to look at that.
yeah. I mean,
Oh.
so I mean, it's one of those. The lizard thing, it's kind of neat because I mean, it's a whole ecology in there. Because like we do the live plants. We don't just do that like, oh hey, here's the rolled flooring. You've seen our one tank. I was like, I
Yeah.
should have put more dirt in it. Well, that whole tank's gonna end up redone in the end anyway.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
plants
you
will stay the
got,
same, but I'm actually gonna strip out all the the bedding and like whatever plant's still good, it's gonna stay.
you got like a little bitty garden, for lack of better terminology, there with it.
Yeah, it's a terrarium, vivarium terrarium thing.
Yeah.
The one. Okay, so I've seen. Have you looked up vivariums and terrariums online?
No.
Like the videos of them. Dude, literally, somebody made one where it's got the frogs or the lizards in it, right? And at the bottom is actually a pond with actual live fish in it. This thing stands like the full height of your fucking house. Like the wall my TV's on, is the size of this fucking terrarium.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's
No,
actually
thank you.
really kind of cool. Well, no, stop and think though. You got everything in one tank, and they're
Yeah.
self-sufficient then. It's self-sufficient then, because you're not having to feed all constantly. Because there's live bugs in there, right? That feed the fish. The fish feed the freaking turtles. The whole thing is just a self-sustaining ecology.
Mini biosphere.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I could figure out how to do it right, I would. But I don't have a basement.
Yeah.
You do though.
No, thank you.
No. You know what the coolest pet? I figured out
I'm
your
looking
next
around
pet.
here and I'm like, no.
No, I figured out your next pet, and it'll work in your basement. You know, you can actually get a pet penguin.
Imagine how much the electric bill is going to be to keep the house cool enough for that damn thing.
Apparently not that bad.
It's got to stay cold.
Yeah, no, because I remember it because I heard about this years ago, back when this would be like 25 years ago. Like they have their own little igloo thing that you cool. They don't just hang out in it though; they actually come wander around. You don't have to worry about it flying away.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not interested in having a penguin for a pet.
Are
How
you
much?
sure?
Damn it! How much do they cost? So now you got me curious.
Or a pet kangaroo? You let me get the dog. It jumps like a kangaroo.
Well, I'm not even seeing anything for a live penguin.
They probably changed the laws since then.
Probably. That would be insane. That would definitely be insane.
What, having a pet kangaroo?
That or a penguin. You're nuts.
I don't know. The kangaroo.
Although it would be funny. It would be funny if
box.
you had a pet kangaroo and you trained it properly. You wouldn't need any cameras or anything like that. Anything break into your house.
That's what I'm saying.
Knock
Like
through the window.
you've got the issue with the one or had the issue with the former resident in on the one side of your property. Now imagine them coming out and being the asshole they are if there's a kangaroo running around in the backyard.
Yeah.
It boxes them. Kangaroos box. They'll knock you the hell out. Imagine all those dogs, those like random neighborhood dogs that keep shitting in your yard. Fuck. Yeah, they wouldn't do it if there's a kangaroo there. You got that one weirdo that lives on the the front side of your house. Friggin' yeah. They wouldn't have to worry about them. There's a goddamn kangaroo there.
Yeah.
That bearded motherfucker that lives in your house, you wouldn't have to worry about him either because there's a goddamn kangaroo there.
Oh my. Freaking kangaroos.
Then you put a saddle on the back and you ride them into battle. Get a lance.
Ride it to work.
I would ride it to work. I would so ride a kangaroo to work. Peter would get so mad at me. But
Have
that's
a
probably
pet
because
service kangaroo.
see now you're on the right page.
Having a service kangaroo.
Well, see the problem is it's got to be a dog. So I mean, it needs to be a dingo then.
You know, the perfect service animal for me would probably be a honey badger.
Yeah, no, miniature horse.
No, honey badger just don't give a shit.
No, see,
Somebody annoying you, it'll attack them.
Service animal, canine, miniature horse. That's it. That's all the only options you have. Canine, miniature horse. That's it.
Would love to have a honey badger.
No. You can have that as a therapy or an emotional support animal, but they don't have the same rights as a service animal.
Wouldn't that be awesome to have a pet honey badger?
You get a pet skunk.
If I'm not mistaken, there is somebody in this neighborhood that has one.
Yeah, you descented and they remove that stink gland, and then it's just like having a cat.
Yeah, that's what they claim anyhow. Pet ferret would be pretty cool.
I want a ferret. I've had a ferret. I love my ferret. It didn't stink like everybody else's. My daughter would love a ferret, and the rule is there will be no ferret in this house while there are cats residing in it.
Oh.
So I guess until my daughter moves out, we can't get a ferret.
Ferrets are always pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Right. I liked my ferret. It was fun. I'd let it run around the house too. And it stuck its claw in my one buddy's eye while he was sleeping.
Ooh.
Then it got thrown across the house without him realizing. Then he felt bad because she limped for a little while. We reset her paw, and then all of a sudden she was fine. Like it just dislocated her paw. As soon as she was fine, no problem. Ran up, and I think she freaking pooped in his bed afterwards too. Like she knew what she was going on.
Oh man.
It's like you threw her. You got what you deserved. She pooped in your bed. He couldn't even be mad because he felt bad because he's like didn't mean to hurt her.
But a claw to the eye, that's gotta suck though too.
It was little Jason. Who cares?
Who cares? Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he moved a girl in. She was only supposed to be staying for the weekend, and that was in 2009. And we are in what 2022, and she's still around. Never left. The least that could happen is the ferret gets claw him in the eye.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, stop thinking about that though. Like, I literally have a ferret roaming my fucking apartment in fucking like Killeen, Texas. Because I'm drunk off my ass.
Oh my.
There's times I don't even think I remember having a ferret while I was there, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's right. You're here. Where have you been for the last, 2 days? Chilling in the house. Never escaped.
Surprisingly.
No, never had any desire. I lived in Killeen, Texas, dude. No, in the bad neighborhoods. Nobody, even the ferret's like, I ain't going out there. I ain't got a gun. Fuck you.
Felt safer inside.
Well, fuck yeah. Just like my one cat. He walked outside the first house my wife and I had when we first got him. Couldn't even tell you how old he was, right? Because we adopted him. And he decides he's going to escape the house, runs around the back of the house trailer to the other side to this tree that he's been staring at for the past like 2 months out the window. Then looks around, he's like, fuck this, and ran back to the house as I'm trying to catch him. No, literally to go back inside. Like, he's like, went out, saw that tree, goes, you went all you were cracked up to be, went back inside, has had no desire to go outside since.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a big, fluffy white one.
Nice.
Yeah. He's like, fuck you. Fuck going outside. It's a lot of work out there. I ain't want that. I visited my tree, and now I'm going back inside.
Now I've seen it. I didn't bother to climb it. I'm gone.
Yeah. So. But we haven't run through the thing for a little while, so I'm going to throw it out there, you know. Don't be afraid to use that hashtag Don't Be a Nick. Follow us at the Facebook, JagsJuxPalooza. You can follow me on the Instagram at MPJags, and then you can follow the other Zach at...
Don't forget, cafepress.com/JaggersJugsPalooza has all our merchandise. Hoodies, sweatshirts, pretty much the same thing. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tumblers, all sorts of stuff there. Hit the notification bell so that way you know when we go live. Subscribe, like, and share.
Leave your comments down below. We have an email. You can message us on the Facebook as well.
You can leave comments after the show, and we'll loop back around to them at the next episode.
But always make sure to also use the hashtag Don't Be a Swan.
Don't be a swan.
Don't be a swan.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. There's much more to go to. We've hit just over an hour, but we are coming up on a close time anyways. You've been up all day
either due to
working on
battery life or having to chase children around, one or the other.
Right. Yeah. So I guess we'll look and say don't have too much fun, and who knows where the world will take us between now and next week.
Yep, y'all take it easy.